going to Trinidad, my first missions trip, and it was really hard leaving my little girls and my husband at home, but you guys have treated us so good, and it feels like family to me, and I just want to thank you for that. I just wanted to give a short testimony of my salvation. I had the privilege of growing up in a Christian home. My parents were godly people, and we went to a good church, and I attended a Christian school, and I heard salvation growing up. I knew that God sent his son Jesus to come to earth and die for my sins, and I believe that he died and rose again for my sins. And I believe that at a young age I got saved, and once I was saved, I wasn't trying to grow close to God. I was just doing what was right. I grew up with strict rules at my school and from my parents, and I mean, I was okay with that. I knew it was right. I knew what I was supposed to do, and I was just trying to be a good kid, and but I just wasn't growing closer to God. And a couple years ago, when I was in college, I had a little bit more freedom, and I began living a life for myself. I started to just live selfishly, and I just was living the way I wanted to. I was not pleasing God at all. I knew I had one life, and so I wanted to have fun and just do things that the world was doing, and nothing bad was happening to me, and I was just going to live life whether it pleased God or not. And I lived like that for nearly 2 years. I lived like that into my marriage, and after 3 months of being married, my husband and I found out that we were pregnant, and we were going to have our first child, and we couldn't be more happy. It was a surprise for us. But 2 weeks after that, my husband, who's in the Army, he's an American soldier, he got called up to go to Afghanistan for a year to go to war. And it was just such a devastation for us. He was going to miss out on the entire first year of our daughter's life. And I just began getting angry at God. Why would you do this? This is our first child, and I knew that a year is so long, and I didn't want to be alone, and I was scared that something would happen to him and he might not come back, and I had all these emotions, and I was just angry with God. And the deployment came, and we were just trying to go through the deployment on our own, and about 2 months in, God just broke me down. I was at my lowest low. I was just so alone and sad, and I was scared about going through this year. I was being a single mom, and not being able to communicate with my husband, and I just was so broken down. And God just lifted me up that night, and I cried out to Jesus, and I said, God, I don't deserve you. I don't deserve your comfort. I've been living on my own selfishly for the last couple years, and I knew I didn't deserve his comfort, but I just pleaded God that he would forgive me for the way I had been living, and that he would just forgive me of my past and just comfort me, just wrap his arms around me and comfort me, and to help me to get through the 12-month deployment. And he did. And I just felt that night, the second I had prayed to God, I felt free. I felt peace from the way I had been living, and I felt his presence with me. And after that, through the deployment, I began getting involved in my church and going to Bible studies and going to ladies groups, and just trying to reach out with my church family, and just to grow closer with God. And when he got back, we just continued to live that way and to raise up our girls. Some verses that really helped me through the time was in 2 Corinthians chapter 1, and it was verse 3, 4, and 6. It says, "All praise to God the Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. God is our merciful Father and the source of all comfort. He comforts us in all our troubles so that we can comfort others. When they are troubled, we will be able to give them the same comfort God has given us. Even when we are weighed down with troubles, it is for your comfort and salvation." And now that I am living for God, I still struggle. There are times when I still choose to live selfishly, and even there are times that I still sometimes, if there's a trial I'm going through, feel alone. I just am reminded on these verses that God comforts us, and even though we choose to live selfishly, sometimes God can forgive us of that, and we can start anew with him and continue to grow closer to him. So just thank you for allowing us to be here, and I hope I encouraged someone tonight.
Amen.